Hello, everyone. My name is Kelsey Micklejohn Bowen, and I am the educator behind Classroom to Curtain. And I can't wait to show you today just a little tutorial about how to use these wonderful editable Google Keep headers that you have purchased. So thank you so much for your support. There are two different links in your product document that you received. One is to the editable headers in Canva, which gives you a little bit more options and flexibility. And the other is the editable headers in Google Slides. So we're going to start by taking a look at Canva. I actually have not the account that I created them in, but I have my school account pulled up because you should have Canva free for educators, which means you have access to premium tools. And that also means that you can create a brand kit that is going to make it very easy and fast to make these headers look the way that you want them to look. But let's take a look at what we got. So you in your product document, you can just open the link, but I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste it in for now. So here's the link. You'll see that it's a template created by me that was shared with you and you would like to start designing. So just click, yep, use the template. That's good. Excellent. So from here, let's say that you didn't really feel the need to change anything. You really liked the way that they were. You just wanted to maybe change some text. That's really easy to do here. We have the to-dos, ideas, but maybe instead you want to make this checklist. You can see that it keeps the size of the font that I want, that sort of thing. The font that I was using was the Perot that's right here. You can simply make that all caps if you want, because I do like that look of it. But maybe actually I love the black and white look. I'm not so much digging the font choice. I want something a little bit bolder. I'm going to go ahead in here into one of the other document fonts. And actually, I'm going to take a look at one of my brand fonts. So the brand font that I use for school is this one right here. And so it's saved on the side for me. I'm going to go ahead and try that. Looks pretty good. Or maybe I want something even a little bit bolder. We can try this one. This one even looks a little bit like that wonderful playbill look. So if you want to mimic that, you can do it. And we can resize it and go ahead and get it right to where we want it. I do have some extra guidelines in here for you, but I kind of eyeball it too. So there we go. That's what that one would look like. And we can go ahead and download that and go from there with the share button. You can download directly to Google Drive, or you can download them as images and upload them through the process that's explained in the document for adding them to your Google Keep to get those fancy, fancy headers. But let's now take a look at changing colors. So let's say that the actual text and items or text type isn't really what I want to change. I'm going to start by finding something that's about as close to the scheme as I want. So I'm actually going to scroll down here to one of the bolder options that we have available to us. This one right here looks good. And again, what's really helpful in those pro features is that brand kit. So I can go right here to the brand kit for we call our theater at my school Bulldog Theater because that's our mascot. And you can see that I have the font styles, the colors all saved here. Sorry for my dog in the background. And right here, if I click on this and then I click shuffle through, it'll actually start to offer me automatic options with those colors implemented. So I'm going to keep shuffling just a little bit. I do have an idea of what I'm looking for. I am looking for that blue background because I really like that, but I want to pull in our other main color, which is that maroon. So it's not pulling that up in the kind of carousel of shuffling. So I'm going to go ahead and manually do it. And I'm just going to click on the icon and I can click any colors that I want. They also have some default colors here. You can also click up here and find your own color. So if I click in here, I can actually be like, that's not quite, I really like our maroon, but that wasn't quite bright enough for me to see. And then I'm going to head over here and I'm going to do the exact same. And you can see now it saved this in my document colors. So I can pull up that kind of brighter maroon color for me. And again, this, as much as I love this font, it doesn't quite go with my school's brand. So since I'm going to be using this for my school, I want to pull in my school's brand. And if I go down here to the brand kit, I can see that these are the text types that I have saved. And I'm going to go for this bold one. And this one I'm going to make a little bit bigger because the font itself is not quite as large the way that it operates. And I'm going to pull it right in there. Beautiful. So then I can do the same thing. I can download and I can share from there. So that's how you make those super editable for you. I'm going to go ahead and also show you the Google Slides version in case you want to edit any of those. So stay tuned. And continuing along our adventure, we are now going to take a look at the editable headers in Google Slides. If you prefer to use that, or if you don't have access to Canva for whatever reason, don't feel like getting Canva, more comfortable in Google Slides, great, let's use that one. So your link will ask you to automatically make a copy of these Google Keep headers. So you're just going to click make a copy. It'll go ahead and open it in your own Google Drive in your slides and save it there. Now you can see what might happen on your computer and on your Google, depending on whether you have already added individual text, which I'm going to show you how to do in just a second, individual font types. You may have something that looks a little different here because this font is not one that is already preloaded into Google, but you do have access to it for free. Thank you, Google. So as you can see, you can take a look. All of these are available here. The icons and things are not editable in Google Slides. It is really only the text that you can edit. But what this will do is it will allow you the opportunity to change the font type, to change exactly what it says on your slide, to make it work for you and for your program and for your Google Keep organization. So we're going to go in here. And the first thing, as you can see, there are a couple of different options in this one in terms of colors, is it's very easy to simply take the text and update it. So same here, I want it to say, maybe I want this to be stage management. And you can see it doesn't quite fit there, so I am going to have to do just a little bit of editing. I'm going to find that. That looks pretty good to me, and I can go ahead and move it, and these guidelines will help me. Stage management. Perfect. So then I can go ahead to here and, oops, excuse me. I can go ahead to file and download. And from there, I'm going to download PNG image. And the PNG image is what I will then, or JPEG, but I prefer PNGs, is what I will then upload to Google Keep, and it will work for me there. So there is one option. Now, again, as I said, you may not have this text available to you. So let's say that you want this design and you do not yet have this font. How do you add fonts in Google Keep? We're going to head right up here to the top, and you can see where it says More Fonts. Here you will find a library of fonts that you can easily transition into your Google Fonts, and it will actually sync across slides, documents, all kinds of other things. So if you find a brand font that you really enjoy using, I highly encourage you to add this to My Fonts. And you can even search for things. So there are some that are automatically added in. I actually love Railway. I use it a lot in my personal life, so I'm going to go ahead and add that in. Play for Display is another one that I tend to use a lot because it can mimic kind of that playbill look, or pretty close to it. So I'm going to add that over there as well. And just for funsies, let's see if we can find another one that we really like here. Ooh, okay. So this is one, again, we looked at that one in Canva because this is one that I use for my school a lot. It's part of the brand kit for our theater. So I'm going to move that over as well. So now I have all of those. So let's say that's great. I have this, but I do want to change that to one of those other fonts that I had. I can go ahead and scroll down. All right, so we can scroll down and we can see that there are all of these fonts. So the Play for Display, there we go. That's one of them that I wanted. I want that to change to black, and you can see how that mimics kind of that playbilly type look. Yeah, that's why I use that one a lot. So you can go ahead in there. You can also change the color of these. So the nice thing about the black and white ones is that they're pretty basic. So with the black and white, the others are more themed to thespian colors. But with this, I can decide I want this font to, again, mirror what my school colors are. I can add a custom color here, use the hex code from my brand kit, or I can just say, you know what, I'm looking for kind of that darker maroon color. Boom. There we go. And then I can download that as a PNG, upload it to Google Keep, and we would be good to go. So I hope this has helped you figure out how to add those things. If you are having any conundrums or concerns with how to edit these and get them into your Google Keep to making it look aesthetically pleasing and just feeling good to be in there and working on everything for a production, sharing it with students, they have access to this checklist, etc., please don't hesitate to email me, classroomtocurtain@gmail.com, and I would be happy to help. Thank you again so much, and I hope you enjoy using these as much as I do.